Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. This is Chesty Puller here with an update video for the XP Challenge Ultra for the Sacred Schism event. Instant repair on this video. If you follow this step by step, you should be able to do this. Start out by putting its electric op on. That is a requirement. The other requirement is to use Devon. It doesn't matter if he's got 2 or 3 devouts. Preferably 3, but I've never lost more than 2 devouts, so it should be able to work with the 2 devouts. Alright, you want to take out the 3 bishops and the 3 helicopters here in the front. The front part of the base will take a little bit longer to do because you're doing some setup, and it's just harder to get to things right at the beginning. You do want to try to clear out as many of these dragon teeth as possible while you're at it. They'll usually fall when you're taking out these units, but try to take them out if you can. The biggest problem on this base are the guys with the hammers. I'll show you how to take the guys with the hammers out. And the reason I say Devon is a requirement is because he seems to be the thing that everybody's coming after. These new tanks that are in the front here, there are, I believe, 4 of them, and you do have to take those out as well. This is a part of the reason why the front part of the base takes longer, because you're drawing these individual units out. Later we're going to draw all the guys with the hammers, because they actually can do the most damage to your units. They're very powerful, and they have a fast ability to fire. Their fire rate is very high. So, use something with long range to draw it out, as I am here, and you might have to continue to move your Devon forward. I'm moving my Devon forward slowly because I'm trying not to draw out those tanks yet, and those tanks are very drawn by the Devon, and you want to take those tanks on one at a time. I can come up here with other units, but if I were to bring the Devon up, that would definitely draw out all those tanks. They are highly sensitive to the Devon, which is a good thing and a bad thing if you use it in the wrong way. Follow my pattern here, and you should be okay. You see there's another one of those bishops that came out, and you definitely want to kill those additional bishops that come out, because they will target you, and even though the targeting doesn't do any damage, it'll cause your units to draw forward when you don't want them to. So definitely kill those bishops, those additional bishops, when they come out. Now I'm trying to get those tanks to come out, and see, only when I move. I can shoot them and they won't come forward, but only when I move the Devon. And I'm going to try to get 1 tank, but in this case I got 2 of them, so you have to move quickly and kill those tanks. Then you'll have a tank on each peripheral, one on the left and one on the right. You'll have to get to those and try to take out. Remember, there's a lot to do on this base, and you have a limited amount of time, so try to take out what you can. As quickly as possible, and then we're going to come in with Braden, and we're going to take out the anti-air turrets. You don't have to worry about the other turrets. We're going to take those out with high altitude air. There are 5 hunter turrets on the left and 5 hunter turrets on the right. there is also one tower on each side that you'll probably want to take out. So I take out as many of the hunter turrets as possible prior to bringing my Braden in. There's 2 accessible hunter turrets and 2 towers, which you will see me take out right there. You see I took out one. No, I didn't take it out yet. So there's actually 2 towers on each side, but I try to take out the first 2 forward towers prior to my Braden being brought back there. I'll show you when I do it. These purifiers, it's not necessary to take them out, but they were coming forward and getting in my way, so I just decided to take them out. Now once you start moving your Devon around, these tanks will come out. That should be the last of the new tanks. I don't know what they're called. But now we'll go ahead and try. Once those 4 tanks are gone, you can take out the first 2 towers and possibly the first 2 hunters. Now I'm not taking out the hunter here. I'm going for the tower in the rear. See how I did that? The splash damage took out the hunter. And now the hammer guys are starting to come out. And the hammer guys and the combination of the hammer guys along with these devouts, see everything started moving around on me. You got to lock things down. You can't let those bishops draw everything back. Now we're going to go for the second tower. Sometimes I don't get this side. Okay, I missed it, but you can still get this side by hitting that purifier right there. As many of these hammer guys as you can take out before you bring in your main group to take out the rest of the base, the better, because they are your damage causers. So I'm going to take out that hunter, and we'll go ahead and we'll take out this tower. So the 2 front towers are gone. You can take out that other hunter on the right here, and that will help you. Now there's just 4 hunters on either side and 2 towers, 1 tower on either side. So I'm gonna retreat some units so that I can bring my high altitude. I'm bringing in aces, and I believe, I can't remember how many aces. We'll have to take a look here, but as many as you can fit once you retreat some of your attacking units. So before you bring the aces in, you do have to take out the 8 hunters and the 2 towers. 4 hunters on each side and 1 tower on each side. Just do it real quick and retreat. And you shouldn't take too much damage on your Braden. I mean, in my first video, I took more damage on my Braden because I took out all of the turrets. It's not necessary. I started thinking about it afterwards, and I started thinking, there's only a few anti-air here, so let's take that out, and then we can bring in high altitude and not take any damage whatsoever. There's nothing else here that can shoot you, and for your high altitude. Now the high altitude's not going to do enough damage to finish the base, but we're going to take out the turrets, because that's what's going to cause the most damage to your units. Notice how I said the front part of the base, or the setup of this, just to get to this point, is most of the time. At this point right here, I usually have between 5 and 6 minutes left. I've had as little as 3 minutes by the time I bring my air in, and I've still been able to clear it. This back part goes very quickly. So what you want to do is kill if you are running out of time, like maybe leave an overwatch there or something, if it's taking too long to kill the overwatch. The overwatch doesn't do much damage, but try to get all the blue turrets gone and try to get all the rail guns gone. Of course, we do have the shock app on, so anything you hit's going to be shocked. Some of these may be oblivious to shock because they might be shock proof, but the units themselves will be shocked easily, and so I've never had a problem taking out all the turrets, and notice every time I move my Devon, more of these hammer guys come out. I'm going to try to get all the hammer guys. Again, I don't know what they're called. I just call them hammer guys because they have a giant hammer in their hand. The two new units for this event are those new tanks and the hammer guys. Everything else is a relatively old unit. Units that we've seen before. See, we got a couple minutes left, almost 3 minutes. When you get down to destroying all of the turrets, if you have a minute left, you're okay. Right here we have almost 3 minutes left and almost all the turrets are dead, so we're doing good. But I have finished this base with completely destroyed with 3 minutes left. So sometimes you get lucky, other times it takes you longer to draw things out. But here's the good news. Let's say you get down and you run out of time. Well, you're not taking any damage, so you can go again right away. And follow this, these steps, and you won't take any damage. So nothing to speak of. It's not zero damage, but it's instant repair. Make sure before you bring your aces in, there's no hunters, because the hunters will cause massive damage to your aces. Alright, so now I retreated. The aces, I'm bringing in some boomers, I'm bringing in Karen, and I'm just going to put everything on Ruby, and I'm going to move with, I'm going to move the Devon and try to soak up as much damage with the Devon. I'm going to put the Devon in the spot that I need him to be. Everything else is on Ruby. And I'm going to try to get in between the enemies and my platoon with Devon, so that all the Devouts will soak up any damage that there is. So we had about a minute left on that one. Usually I have a lot more than that left. The first couple of times you do it, you might get close, but it's not too bad. I think the thing that takes the longest is using the aces to destroy all of the turrets while you're trying to take out as many of those hammer guys as possible before you bring in your Karen and your Boomer and just put it on Ruby. The hammer guys are the problem. So you see there, that's instant repair. I took a little bit of damage on Devon, a little bit on Karen, and a little bit on Braden. One caveat: if your Braden, your Devon, and your Karen aren't maxed out, I don't think you can put them all in the same platoon. But hope this was helpful. Have a good one.